Okay, hello everybody. Everybody can hear me? My name is Ben and I'm your pilot. So I have to talk about a few things before we can get in the air. First thing is, any questions about the safety briefing video you saw earlier? No. You're buckled up very good, so low and tight, this is the key. So it's just in front of your belly button, but that looks good for everybody. The air condition is already running, so everyone has a vent above, and you can adjust it as much as you like. Turn them, twist them, anything. So, and we have those aloha bags here in the aircraft as well. Everyone is reacting to motion a little different, so use them if you need them. And one trick is remove your mask first before you use them. Other than that, there are refresher packs inside as well. So if you feel a little different, remove your mask first, sniff on this little bag, refresher bag, and most of the time everything is good. We have a little bit of wind there, but nothing out of the ordinary, so we are not getting shaken around or something. But if the helicopter shakes a little bit here and there, that's not me trying to entertain you or scare you. It's just a little bit turbulent air, but nothing to worry about. So we are inside the very busy Bravo airspace. So you have mics there. You just give it a little test, but then I have to switch them off until we're out of the airspace, and then I switch them back on. So everyone who has a mic, please, loud aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha. Very good, that works. So I switched them off for now. I will talk to you in between, but yeah, for now I will play some music and then I will come back to you as soon as we are in the air.
When it's not always raining, there'll be days like this. When there's no one complaining, there'll be days like this. Everything falls into place like the flick of a switch. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need to worry, there'll be days like this. When no one's in a hurry, there'll be days like this. When you don't get betrayed by that old Judas kiss. Oh, my mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need an answer, there'll be days like this. When you don't need a chance, there'll be days like this. When all the parts of the puzzle start to look like they fit. And I must remember there'll be days like this.
Okay, let's go.
When you don't have no freeloaders out to get their kicks. Well, that's nobody's business, the way that you want to live. I just have to remember there'll be days like this. When no one steps on my dreams, there'll be days like this. When people understand what I mean, there'll be days like this. When you ring out the changes.
Okay guys, the chit chat with the tower is over. On our left hand side we have the Honolulu port. All the container ships, they're arriving right here in Honolulu, and then they're getting distributed to all the other islands via barge. So the big island and Kauai, the groceries are even more expensive than here because of this additional shipping. Yeah, we have a beautiful day. The sun is shining, and the water is crystal clear, but this is more or less always the case. So the first beach coming up here on our left hand side, this is Ala Moana beach. Swimming at this beach is like swimming in a pool because it's protected by corals. The surfers are a little bit further out there. They enjoy the waves. And yeah, the Ala Moana shopping mall is there as well, the largest outdoor shopping mall in the world. This little protected beach here at the peninsula, this is Magic Island. Yeah, and coming up here on our left hand side, most famous, and 98% of the tourists are staying there, Waikiki. Waikiki means spouting water, so there was a sump or wetland right there where all those hotels are right now. They drained it in 1928 with the Ala Wai Canal. The intention was, at this point, getting rid of mosquitoes. I make a turn to the left soon, so the right hand side can take pictures as well, and have a nice look backwards where we came from. On the right hand side you see one of those barges pulling the containers from a different island. Those containers are probably empty.
Honolulu, baby, where'd you get those eyes? And the dark complexion I idolize. Honolulu, baby, where'd you get that style? And those pretty red lips and the sunny smile. Neat palm trees swaying at Waikiki. Honolulu, baby, you're the one for me. Neat palm trees swaying at Waikiki. Honolulu, baby, you're the one for me.
Coming up here on our left hand side, Diamond Head. It's called Diamond Head because some British sailors arrived here and saw something sparkling on top of it, and they thought that these are diamonds. No diamonds. But they liked that name, so they kept it. You can hike to the top of the rim there. It's about 800 feet high. The visitor center is actually inside the crater, and from there you start your hike. Yeah, you might be able to see some bunkers here and there on top and on the side as well. They're not used as bunkers anymore, more for storage.
Honolulu, baby, at Waikiki. Honolulu, baby, you're the one for me. You're the one for me. You're the one for me.
There are always people up there waving at the beautiful blue helicopter. We can't get too close because of noise complaints. How is everyone doing so far? Fine with those turns? Alright, very good. Okay, coming up here on our left hand side, this little peninsula is called Black Point, and the area here, one of the most expensive real estate on the island. Average is between 8 and 10 million, and nothing below $5 million. We just left the Bravo airspace, so the mics are on. So Braxton and Aaron, where are you from?
We're from Kentucky.
Okay, one more time please.
Kentucky. We're from Kentucky.
Alright, nice. Welcome on board. I guess the weather is a little bit different there than here.
Oh yeah, it was snowing when we left.
Nice. Yeah, enjoy the beautiful weather. This is the weather more or less all year long. So you're staying at Waikiki? Alright. Okay, and then I have a family Swift there on the back seats.
From Tennessee.
Tennessee, also different weather I guess. Alright, yeah, welcome on board and yeah, enjoy the rides. If you have any questions, feel free. Now the mic's staying activated and you can talk to each other through those mics as well without yelling at each other. So yeah, we are flying further along here the shoreline and it's whale season. So whale season means the whales are hanging out here at this time of the year, having babies, and then they're going back to Alaska in about mid-April. So there's this army helicopter coming right at us. So a lot of military here on Hawaii. We will fly close to 2 different airspaces, I will point out, as soon as we do this. Okay, we are approaching this little point here. Down there is a cave on the water. You can't see it very well today because you need really strong winds and waves, but it is called Spitting Hole. So the waves are going into this cave and then they're getting spitted out. People like to hang out there and yeah, film that. But today, not much spitting going on. We're coming up on the next highlight. On the other side, Hanauma Bay. Hanauma Bay is a former crater. It's just full of water. It's a beautiful bay. It's yeah, like swimming in an aquarium. So many different colorful fish. It's closed Mondays and Tuesdays. And yeah, it's opened from Wednesday to Sundays, and you need a permit actually to go there. They restricted it to 750 people a day, and it cost you $25. Just increased it from $12.50, so they doubled the price. Yeah, it was 3,000 people a day before that. But yeah, that was just too much. I make a turn as well as soon as I passed it for the guys on the right hand side. Okay, coming up here right in front of us, the Cocoa Head. And here on our left-hand side, might be able to see the trail. There's a trail going up, and the specialty is, it's a former railroad. So you are climbing up more or less a railroad. It's more than 1100 steps. But it's well worth it because the view from up there is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the highest point is 1200 feet. But if you plan to do this, be there in time. It's always crowded. So usually when I go hiking, I'm at my destination before sunrise. So coming up in front of us, the northeastern point of the island, Makapu'u point on the top, and this is a trail as well. You can see all those cars parked down there, and this is a trail everyone can more or less master because it's paved and it's not very steep. And the view from up there is also fantastic. The other side, Makapu'u Lighthouse. So here on our left-hand side, the Sea Park. You can swim with dolphins there. And coming up right now, on the right, the lighthouse. Yeah, the lighthouse is still in use, maintained by the US Coast Guard. So we have two little islands here. The bigger one, this is Rabbit Island. Rabbit Island, some people say it's called Rabbit Island because of the shape. It's the shape like a rabbit head, but it's actually because of rabbits. About 100 years ago there was a dude who thought it's a good idea to farm rabbits on this island, and a bunch of them escaped, populated the entire area. It didn't go well with the sea life or the sea birds there. So they got rid of them. It took a while until they got rid of all of them. It took about 8 to 10 years. But yeah, 1996, the last rabbit, they got it. Coming up right in front of us, 17-mile stretch of nice beach. Way less crowded than Waikiki. And the locals are going here. Just in contact with the next tower. Below us, the Bellows Field. But yeah, I want to show you this this little mountain here right in front of us. This is Olomana. or the three peaks. Olomana actually doesn't mean three peaks. It means divided mountain. You can hike it. It's really extreme. It's more climbing than hiking. And about once a week, someone needs to get rescued by the Honolulu Fire Department and their helicopters. Yeah, those lakes down there to the right, those are called enchanted lakes. And there's access to the ocean, so people who are living down there and have a boat ramp can access the ocean right from their house. So the highway, this is the Pali Highway, and on our left, the Pali Pass. The highway goes right through it, and if the weather would be a little nicer, or you can probably still do it, you can see through that pass back to Honolulu. But the Pali Lookout, which is also there, this is probably covered by clouds. But the most beautiful area here coming up is not covered in clouds, Kaneohe. Yeah, right in front of us, Kaneohe Bay. And those spots you see everywhere, those are corals. And as brighter they are, as more sand is on top of it. Also coming up right in front of us, Coconut Island, or better known as Gilligan's Island. Gilligan's Island, someone told me, it's a very, very, very famous TV show.
Just sit right.
And actually never filmed it there. They just took aerial shots exactly from this island coming up here.
Was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3.
Yeah, at the Kaneohe airfield on our right. This is where the Marine Corps is. Yeah, this Kaneohe Bay is a paradise for sea life. You can swim with turtles, all kind of fish. And this is also a breeding area for hammerhead sharks. Right in front of us, coming up, the Kaneohe Sandbar. During high tide, the water is still going up to your waist. But during low tide, it's just an inch high, the water. So a lot of people are going there with kayaks or little boats, hanging out there. you see a little island. Looks a little weird. This is called Chinaman's Head. There's a myth about that. There was a god fighting with a lizard. And yeah, this is the rest of the lizard. Thus the tail is looking out. I don't know if that is true, but I know what it's true. This is a very popular island for kayak. You can reach it from the beach easily by kayak, and it's allowed. Someone just told me recently you can even someone just told me recently that at very low tide you can even walk to this island from the beach. Right in front of us at the shore, Kualoa Ranch. They're very famous. You can do all kinds of stuff there, like zip lining, horse riding, bus tours, ATVs, and everything is under the motto Jurassic Park. Many other movies were filmed here as well, in the next valley actually. Next valley, Ka'awa Valley. We are flying right through it pretty soon. Yeah, other movies like King Kong, Jumanji, 50 First Dates, and so on were filmed there as well. At the very end, the Ka'awa Bay. So usually when the valley is called Ka'awa or something, the bay at the end has the same name. Next valley coming up, Kahana. So, Kahana Bay at the very end. And yeah, this is very popular for kayaking. It's well protected, no waves and no current. And at the beach down there, there is the Shrimp Shack. It's one of the 3 best food trucks, according to multiple review sites. It's a yellow truck. I went there once. At garlic shrimp and coconut shrimp, and they were really very good. A little pricey if you ask me, but everything is a little pricey on this island. So as you can see, this is the weather side. the windward side of the island. This is yeah, the rainy side, and a lot of clouds all the time. The weather or the wind, moist air is coming from the ocean. It's getting pushed up and then producing clouds. But it's actually not too bad today. So we are following the shore here to the west side. So this little larger town there coming up on our right hand side, this is Lange. Polynesian Culture Center is down there, and also a Mormon temple. Yeah, those clouds, they're gone pretty soon, very soon. So yeah, there are a lot of shows down there as well. During the evening and the night, and they're playing with fire and all that stuff. And food trucks on this side everywhere. And I didn't have food from a food truck, which was bad so far. Yeah, there's a little island here on our right hand side. That's Goat Island. There's a funny story about Goat Island. There was this lawyer who bought this island, and then he claimed it as its own country. And yeah, he got away with it for a bunch of years. But then he sold it, and the drama was over.
May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be when darkness falls.
So coming up here on our left hand side, there are a bunch of ponds. And those are actually shrimp farms. And prawn farms. So this is where all those shrimps are coming from. You can buy at those food trucks. And also the supermarket, of course. Yeah, the town down there, this is Kahuku. And these are the Kahuku shrimp farms.
We'll find your way. Morning air, around the promised land.
top position you see some white balls. These are known as the golf balls, but yeah, this is a radar station actually. This radar station was already existing in 1941 during the Pearl Harbor attack, and they actually detected the incoming bombers, but they thought these are friendly aircraft. So they reported them as friendly aircraft. Here on our right hand side, coming up, the Turtle Bay Resort. The only resort here in this section of the island.
You may rise to find the sun.
So this is the wind side of the island. In the winter time, all those surf competitions are happening right here. In the winter time you can get waves here up to 65 feet high. For a surf competition you need 20-foot waves for 8 hours straight. And that's not very uncommon here. So the winter officially ends in about April. For the winter season. There's actually no winter here. So coming up this little beach here on our left hand side where the sand is going right up to the street. This is called Sunset Beach. So we have some whales here on our right hand side. Might be able to spot them. They are blasting. There's a whole bunch there. I try to put them on the left hand side as well. Seems to be an entire family. Alright, moving on. Yeah, they're everywhere here today. Nice. Alright, coming up here on our left hand side, Shark's Cove. It's called Shark's Cove not because there are sharks, it has a shape like a hammerhead shark's head. And specialty is it's absolutely fantastic for snorkeling. So there are three main, or the best three snorkeling areas. Just right here, Shark's Cove. Then, like earlier, Hanama Bay, and then Electric Beach. I'll make a turn here as well, so everyone can see it. So this is perfect for families because it's really well protected. Okay, and here on our left-hand side, this beach, Waimea Beach, and the body of water there on the left is actually fresh water. And there's a hike at the very end. You can find the Waimea Falls, beautiful waterfall, and you can swim actually in the pond created by the falls. On our left-hand side, the largest windmill farm and solar farm of the island, and right in front of us, this little town there with this port, Haleiwa. Yeah, and if you're into it, you can dive with sharks there, with or without cave. It's up to you. So we're going inland now, and this is called the Central Valley of Oahu. So yeah, this was sugarcane agriculture, but that stopped 20 years ago. It just got too expensive. So nowadays it's mostly coffee in this area. When you see those symmetrical shaped plantation, the green on the reddish brown soil, those are all pineapples in different stages. Yeah, and right in front of us, cattle farms. The meat you can buy here is really good. It comes right from here, and those animals never saw a roof over their head. So does anybody know how long it takes to grow a pineapple? 24 months. So Wikipedia says between 16 months and 3 years actually, but those here in those ideal conditions, 24 months. Coming up in front of us, the Dole Plantation area. Might already be able to see this white building there. This is the visitor center. And the visitor center has a maze. It's actually the largest garden maze in the world. Yeah, you can easily recognize this maze, and in the middle of it there is a huge pineapple created with plants.
The dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby.
Okay, coming up here the maze, and I make a sharp right turn so everyone can see it.
Where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere over
Okay, this was the Dole plantation. So this is the path here actually where the Japanese bombers came through, and Pearl Harbor is right there in the background. We go there a little later. We go to the west coast first, and we are approaching the Wheeler airport. This was actually attacked first before Pearl Harbor. The air defense forces were all stationary down there, wingtip to wingtip, but they got destroyed before they were able to get in the air. Nowadays the army is down there with their Apache helicopters, Black Hawks and Chinooks. They're flying right over it before we go to the west coast.
Why, oh why can't
So those fields here right in front of us, those are banana fields. And these are not the normal bananas you find. Banana plantation. These are not the normal bananas you find in the supermarket. Those are called apple bananas. They're super small and they're a little sweeter, but definitely delicious and worth a try. Alright guys, we just entered the Waili Valley. We have two very large antennas just in front of us. Someone just told me. Those are capable of communicating with submarines. Yeah, this is a Waili shoreline here, and there's one particular point I want to show you. The Waili pillbox. You will find this on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. It's a pink former bunker. and yeah, they painted it pink because of breast cancer awareness.
When it's not always raining, there'll be days.
Alright, back over water, and the pillbox is here on this structure, mountain structure here on our right hand side. I will fly right past it. You'll probably be able to see it already. And then I make a turn to the left, so for the guys on the left side. There are always people, it's a nice hike as well. So, Waili pillbox, this is what it's called. And yeah, going along the beach here in the far distance, right in front of us actually, you might see the power plant there. The smoke is coming out. And this is where the electric beach is. Some people say it's the best, people say it's the third best, but it's definitely on the top 3 snorkeling areas on the island. The power plant is pushing warm water in the sea. This attracts tons of fish. So the entire stretch here is called Electric Beach, but the snorkeling area is actually between those stone structures down there. And there's also always at least one boat with snorkelers. I think there's a company that going in particular here to this area. Coming up here on our right hand side, we are turning inland again. 3 resorts with their man-made lagoons. You can actually see 4 lagoons, but only 3 resorts. The first resort is a la Disney resort. The second one, Ocolino, and the third one, Marriott Hotel. So you can go there on those lagoons and swim there. They're not private. I tried to get some parking spots, Down there on the right you see, oh, there are a lot of plenty available parking spots, but it's closed. I don't know why. In total I think there are only 8 parking spots. I just tried it last week. Ridiculous. But there are no private beaches on this island. As soon as they're accessible, they're good. So right in front of us you see some F-22 fighter jets. They're always coming in here at least once a day. Make a couple of turns in Honolulu Airport, and then they're gone. Right in front of us, water park. I think they just opened. I'm not sure about that. Everything was closed. So soon we are entering the airspace of the Bravo airspace again. Honolulu is right there on the right, but we are going to Pearl Harbor first. So I switch off few mics, but I will continue talking to you, of course. So this is the living area of Makakilo. This is where I live. And yeah, you see 3 bodies of water here, Pearl Harbor, the east, the middle and the west lock. This is what they call it. And yeah, the main lock is in the middle. This is where we will enter. Okay, that was a lot of chit-chatting here back and forth. There are a lot of aircrafts flying around us. But now we are good. So we're going towards Pearl Harbor. Those are ships out of service. Someone told me they could be reinstated. They're still fully equipped. But I don't know if that's true. But I think so. So right in the middle, this island. This is Fort Island. Visitor center is there. There's even a little landing strip. Memorials. And yeah, most of the buildings here in this area are all military. The two main memorials on directly at Fort Island. The Utah Memorial on this side, not very well known. And on the other side, the most famous one, the Missouri Memorial. I will point that out as soon as we're getting close, and also make a turn for the left and right hand side. So the Utah Memorial coming up here, this is the rusty ship here, this rusty ship on our right hand side, and the tip and the aft portion is marked by a white buoy. And on the other side also marked more or less with the American flag, the most famous one. First coming up for the right hand side. After a sharp turn, for the left-hand side as well. Missouri. So you can see there's still oil on the water. It's leaking oil, even after more than 80 years. Alright guys, one more turn to the right and then we are going back already. Alright guys, we are approaching the Aloha Stadium right in front of us. No audience allowed since December 2020, unfortunately. On our right hand side down there, Memorial Visitor Center. From there you take a boat to the memorials, and this is a submarine down there. So before the tower allows me to cross the runway, so avoid them when we are landing. That gives me just enough time to say thank you for coming in and flying with us, Blue Hawaiian Helicopters. We always appreciate a good review on your favorite site like Yelp, YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. If you like that flight, my name is Ben, and if you didn't like it, my name is Simon. Just that you know. Okay, welcome back on solid ground.